Okay, let's wrap up this sound stuff. So a couple of properties of waves. Diffraction is the ability of a wave to go around objects, through openings, and around corners. So if I have a wave, I'm getting the green I want, here we go. If I have a wave headed towards this wall with a small hole in it, when it gets here, the wave actually will spread out in all directions. It doesn't just go straight through. It doesn't just go straight through the opening. It actually, it's like starting a bunch of new mini waves headed out in all directions. Now, how do I know that sound does this? Because I have heard things from people who are around the corner. Yes? If this person's over here, they can't see each other, but this guy sure can hear what he's saying. Because sound will go around a corner because of this property of waves called diffraction. Refraction. We've all seen this in action before. Waves change speed and direction when they enter new material. So here's an example of a refraction of light. And I think we've probably all seen this before. If you have a pencil and a glass of water, it looks like the pencil is bent. This is because of refraction. The light in the water travels slower than the light in the air, and that makes this bent appearance. Heat waves above a warm object, like above a barbecue, you've seen those like on the ground, you've seen above a stove, you've seen those heat waves. That's because the warm air, light travels at a different speed in the warm air than it does in cold air, and they're kind of mixing together above that warm object, so I get that wavy appearance. Now for sound, an example of this refraction is we always hear better at night when we're outside, and I might refer to camp. When we are at camp at night, sound always seems to travel further than it does during the day, and I'll show you that. So during the day, I've got the sun is shining, it warms up this ground here, and that in turn warms the air that's close to the ground, and the air higher up is colder. So when this person says hi, the sound waves leave him, and the sound waves will start to bend towards the cooler, slower side. And what those sound waves start to do is they start to bend up because they bend towards the slower material, which is the colder air. And they bend up, and then this person does not hear what this person said. But at night, we don't have this problem. The air here is cool. I wrote warm here, but the air is still cool all around. We don't get the same variance. So when this person says hi, the sound waves don't have a reason to bend up, and they carry on straight. Sound waves definitely carry better at night, and then this person says hi back. Reflection of sound. Echoes. Keep in mind, anytime you do a question with an echo, the sound has got to go twice the distance. So for example, if you own a nice boat and you like to go fishing, you might have this thing called a fish finder. And it tells you where you might find schools of fish underneath your boat. So the sound here leaves the boat, goes down, and then back up to the boat. And how long it takes the sound wave to leave and come back, this little fish finder machine can tell you how deep the water is. But if the sound wave goes down, hits a fish first and goes back up, then the fish finder knows, hold up, there's something blocking it. It's the sound waves, it's probably a fish. So keep in mind, when I'm doing things with echoes, it's got to go down and up. Sonar, which is what submarines use, uses this idea. Radar, what we do when we're trying to track things in the air, also uses this, except they're not using sound, they're using light. Echolocation. Now there's a number of different animals that use echolocation. They emit sound. Animal. Let's put some sort of animal with ears. Yes. They emit sound. Sound hits something and then bounces back to them, and then based on how long it took, they can tell where it is. Dolphins do this. Sperm whales do this. Orca whales do this. Bats do it. Bats do something slightly extra though. Not only does a bat, that's a bat by the way, determine its little bug prey using echolocation, it can tell if it's moving one way or the other way using the Doppler effect. If this bat sends out sound and this thing is moving towards it, the sound waves that bounce back to the bat would be closer together, higher frequency, because we've already learned about the Doppler effect. If this little mosquito is moving away, the sound waves that move back to the bat would be further apart. So it can actually tell which direction it's moving based on the change of frequency of its own sound coming back to it. Elephants also do this. They have large ears. The ears, I believe, are more for trying to keep it cool, the elephant cool when it's warm out. They also use their trunk for sound. They put their trunk on the ground and they can hear their fellow animals, the vibrations of them, and they use their feet also to pick up sounds in the ground, and it's found by scientists that their feet actually resonate like a drum. When they have their foot on the ground and a vibration, the proper vibration hits their feet can resonate from it, and that tells them the location of different friends or foe around them. And finally, cats. Cats have excellent hearing, better than humans, better than dogs, and in part it's because of their little cat ears. You ever notice little cat ears twitch sometimes because their outer ears, they can actually move them slightly to help pick up sound better. To there's a little cat. That's a cat. To pick up sound better, to help them understand where both their friends and their prey and foes are. So it's a quick little wrap up of sound.